Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day. The sun's up. Birds are chirping. It's going to be a nice day with cool temperatures. Spent last night here. I don't recall the name of that shelter. Probably doesn't say the name here on this sign. But there's a fire road right here. And there were tents lined up all down the fire road. That beautiful shelter down there that I showed you last night had absolutely nobody in it. There seems to be more of a fear of norovirus here than there was back quite a ways. Interesting. I'm not sure why that is. Makes me a little concerned though. But that was a beautiful shelter, a great water source down there, and there were probably 10 plus tents on this road, this fire road, right above the shelter. But it was a good evening, not too cold, stayed warm in my tent. It was very comfortable. Gonna head on up the road, see what miles I can get in. Would like to have 15. 15 is kind of what I'm shooting for. I think I had 15.1 or 15.3 or something like that yesterday from Route 522, and should be another good day. And maybe the beginning of what they call the roller coaster in Virginia, which is just about getting out of Virginia. But gonna have a big milestone today. I'll show you when I get there, but it's gonna be an exciting day. Hope you're having a great day. I'm gonna have a great day.
My watch says 4 a.m. My mind says stay in bed, but my spirit says go ahead to another day, another day. And I've got mighty miles to make, and not a single one will go to waste.
Okay, now, how could I not remember the name of that shelter? Whiskey Hollow Shelter. Should have been an easy one. I was thinking as I was identifying this one yesterday as my target for last night, that I should have brought one of those little airplane bottles of whiskey. But I didn't. Oh well. So, yesterday, I came from that direction, south. Last night, I stayed down that direction, Whiskey Hollow Shelter. And then looks like Rod Hollow Shelter is up ahead. I'm not planning on stopping there, 8.2 miles. But right there, it's a white blaze on the tree, northbound on the Appalachian Trail. So here we go. Northbound we go. Heading towards Harper's Ferry, closing in on it. Probably about 2.5 days from here-ish. So it's going to be a great day. Let's get on up the trail and see what's in store. One thing I've noticed is that after exiting Shenandoah National Park, and it might have been like this before I went into the park, but I'm really noticing the what they call the green tunnel, this green tunnel effect, because the vegetation is completely thick on the sides of the trail, both sides, and over the top and encroaching on the sides. Yesterday on a couple of those, kind of a meadow, more of a meadow area on top of a mountain or two. The vegetation was up almost to my armpits. So imagine it keeps getting thicker and thicker throughout the summer as these weeds grow. I was a little concerned yesterday about the ticks that I had experienced a couple weeks ago, but didn't seem to find any. I had my pant leg zipped on for a couple days couple days for some reason, and I have them back off again. I seem to prefer that. And then looking down for ticks versus anything other than that. Blackberry vine here, I guess. But a lot of vegetation, that's for sure. Thank you for doing that.
You bet. Good luck.
Thank you. There we go. Another one of those wonderful people that help maintain this trail so it's more comfortable and safe for people like myself to hike on it. So thankful for what they do. You think about all the trails in the United States that are maintained by these volunteers and what they go through every year to keep it well, to keep it from being completely overgrown, quite frankly. Imagine if it didn't happen for a year, this would close right in and you wouldn't be able to find the trail. So I'm so thankful for all of you. All kinds of different trails and things noted here. AT northbound is the direction I'm going. Got the old trail, Ambassador White House Trail, US 50, AT southbound, and the GR Thompson WMA Piedmont Memorial Overlook. It's up ahead. Maybe we'll have a view. There's a bench over there, and the AT northbound is where we're headed, right? We have been for a little while. Might as well continue that direction. Ashby Gap, 2.9. Harper's Ferry, 32.8. Wow, here we go. Couple more days. Okay, here we have Ashby Gap, which is US Route 50 and US Route 17. And you got to cross this highway. It's relatively busy. Golly. Got the first half done. Any of you ever play the video game Frogger? We have to get the frog to hop across the lanes of traffic without getting splatted. Kind of feeling a little bit like Frogger right now. Back into the woods, made it across safely. I guess I missed an opportunity to share my first repair with you. This joint right here on my trekking pole, the slip joint above, well, you can see where it's got a little bit of glue sticking out. That joint has been coming apart for about a week. When I stick the pole into mud, then that joint slips apart. So I guess it used to be glued and the glue gave out. But today it was really causing me a problem. So I dug the super glue that I brought in my repair kit out of the bottom of my pack, glued it and slipped it back together. So there's my first repair, and I used the super glue that I brought along for just such an occasion. Seems to be as good as new. We'll hope so and find out with a little bit of time. Interesting rock wall here. It's a lot of rocks. All right, you guys, here's the beginning of what they call the Virginia roller coaster. So we're getting ready to start, and it's a series of ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. Well, for about 15 miles or so, I believe. Anyway, I think it's about 15 miles or so, and enjoy the ride. I was walking along, I caught up to two hikers. Actually, it's two guys that were in the same camp area that I was last night and the night before. One through hiked a couple years ago, and the other one's working his way through by segments. Anyway, we were going across one of those boardwalks over a wet area, and I was the third in the line, and I saw something kind of flash in the sunlight down towards the ground right after the other two guys went by, and it was a yellow jacket nest. One of them came out and zapped me in the back of the leg. Thankfully, it was only one, and he was, I guess he was saying, move right along, don't stop here. You don't need a break, keep on moving, which is exactly what I did. They pack a wallop right in the back of the calf. Oh well, only one, kept me moving. Okay, that's one hump of the roller coaster. I don't know how many there are, but I just made it over the first hump and heading on my way down now. Seems like there might be about 7 of them, but I don't really know that for sure. Pretty rocky. But one hump down. Some undetermined number of humps to go. Well, look at who I found on the trail. Mighty Mouse again. Now I see why you call you Mighty Mouse, the way you're coming up and over this roller coaster humps. Cruising fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, just rolling over up and down like a roller coaster.
Yeah. So I think I'm on the second hump of the roller coaster going north, and Mighty Mouse is heading south. And so how's your day been?
It's been great. It's been real good. It's been a little warm.
The weather's good.
A little rocky, but it's how you expect the trail to be. So
Well, getting closer and closer to Harper's Ferry, so who knows? Maybe I'll see you again tomorrow.
that's awesome. I passed the 1,000-mile mark today, so
You did.
yep. So you're gonna see that pretty soon.
Getting close. It's just over another hump or two.
Yep.
And when I'm going down that last hump towards 1,000 miles, I'm going to hold my hands up in the air like you do on a roller coaster.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh,
Have
boy.
fun.
All right, we'll see you. See you tomorrow, maybe.
I hope so. See ya.
Fire road. It's quite a little stream here. Could hear it running as I was coming down the mountainside, or the roller coaster hump, if you will. Been pretty rocky through this section. Okay, you guys, I can't believe it. Every 100 miles is pretty amazing, but it's unbelievable to me that I made it 1,000 miles from Springer Mountain, Georgia. 1,000 miles on the trail. Just incredible. God's strength got me here for sure. There it is, you guys. 1,000 miles for Tunnel to Towers. It's a lot of steps. Almost 3 months on the trail and 1,000 miles. Oh, thanks for following along. Okay, you guys. Wow. Look at that. I'll tell you, every mile is amazing. Every 100 miles is incredible. But 1,000 miles I've traveled since Springer Mountain in Georgia. Holy moly. It's incredible. The people I've met, the people that have had such a positive influence on me in that 1,000 miles. Thank you so much for following along. Can't believe that I made it this far. Thanks to your encouragement, God's blessings and strength. Unbelievable. Okay, you guys, it's 5:30. I'm 3/10 of a mile from, I think it's the Sam Moore shelter. And I was going to go beyond that, but the roller coaster zapped me pretty good. So I'm going to hope that I can find a place to set my tent up at that shelter and call it a day. Coming up the last hill, last hump of the roller coaster here for the day, I was coming up a pretty good incline, and I'm not really sure what happened. I think my right foot didn't quite make it over a rock or something, and I tripped, and I went down so fast. It was amazing how quick I went down. Fell forward and made contact with the ground pretty quickly because of the angle, but I turned my head to the right and cracked my head on a rock. Luckily it was smooth, rounded, and not a jagged rock, but it cracked pretty good, and hopefully it's going to be okay. No blood. I can't really tell if it's swelling up or not, but I think it's probably time to call it a day here in about 3/10 of a mile. Sam Moore shelter. I imagine there'll be someone there, but I'll try to film as I'm coming in, and then I'll either give you an update on my head when I get there or tomorrow morning. But what a day. Past the 1,000 mile mark. Too bad I got clumsy right after that.